Hey friends, welcome to One Flight Down. Welcome to the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge. Today we are checking out a beer that I really think I'm going to enjoy. From the Brimstone Brewing Company, this is a cherry porter. This one is called Days Get Shorter. So I guess this must have been probably canned in the fall, although I don't see a canned on date. But I would think, for the fall, days get shorter. But actually right now, while I'm doing this, days are actually getting longer, noticeably now. So I'm recording this second weekend of February, and about a month ago, less than a month ago, 2-3 weeks ago, I would get home and I'd have to turn my lights on right away. And I've got this great natural light that comes in. So I would never shoot any beer reviews in the evening after I got home from work. But now I'm getting home and there's still light coming through when I get home. So that's how I know that the days are indeed getting longer. That and just it happens every year. So as I said, this is a cherry porter, and I really do like cherry porters. This beer comes to me courtesy of Ray over at TheAlconauts. If you're not subscribed to TheAlconauts, get on that. Ray and Paul, two guys out of Niagara Falls. They don't post as much content as I would like. I'd like to see more Alconauts content out there, but they do post really good stuff when they do. Their videos are really slickly edited. They're very engaging people, and they also have a podcast that they do. I don't know how often that comes out, but it's really informative. They'll do kind of a deep dive on a brewery. Very cool stuff. Alconauts. Check them out here on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts, I guess. All right, so the beer, Days Get Shorter, cherry porter, comes in at 5.8% alcohol. Now, I often find myself in that discussion with people about the difference between a stout and a porter, and I always think that the porter is generally speaking, a lower alcohol than a stout. Like you see a lot of imperial stouts coming in at 11, 12%. But then the most popular stout in the world is Guinness, and that comes in at 4. So I don't know. So 5.8% seems a little stronger than I'd expect from a porter. Not that I'm complaining. Brimstone Brewing is in Ridgeway, Ontario, close to Niagara Falls, and in an old church. Haven't been there, but I think the next time I'm in that area, I'm going to need to check this brewery out. That would make it the third brewery in a former church that I've been to. It's a great use of these old buildings, right? Anyway, let's crack into this. I'm going to pour this into my liability glass, which I got from my buddy Chase over at Nutmeg 2 Palmetto. I was unable to go to the BrewTubers get-together last summer, and Chase sent me a glass from one of the places they went to, which is super, super nice of him. I got some great beers from him and Shane, and oh man, I'm getting that cherry smell already. Oh, this is gonna be good. All right, look at that, huh? Look at that. No face for you, black as midnight on a moonless night. The head is like a good, dark tan. Lots of bubbles going around in there. Almost looks like the inside of a coffee crisp. On the nose, I get cherry. For a second, I was getting a slight, what I thought was a booziness, but I don't know if that's actually, it might just be reminding me of a brandy or something. But yeah, it's mostly cherries, predominantly cherries on the nose. It smells really, really good. And looking up close, I don't think you can quite see what I'm seeing there. But on the head, if I'm looking at it really, really closely, that tan head has just a slight reddish tinge to it. I don't know if you could see that. It's very, very slight. Yeah, very cool. I don't know if I've ever really quite noticed that before in another beer. All right. I've topped this up. I've looked at it. I smelled it. I think it's time to get in here and drink this. Cheers, my friends. There's a definite tartness from the cherries. I find I've had a few cherry porters, cherry stouts in the past, and I find like the tartness you get with cherries sometimes gets lost in those. There's a definite tartness to this. It's a nice surprise, actually. And it's a kind of lighter body. And yeah, like I think when I've had cherry stouts, cherry porters in the past, I've gotten more of like, almost like a chocolate cherry, like Black Forest cake, that kind of thing. This, I'm mostly just getting cherry. Like if there's any kind of chocolate note in this, it's pretty well hidden. I'm gonna check that. It just says water, barley, cherries, hops, and yeast in the ingredients. But yeah, I often find these kind of beers do have kind of a hint of chocolate to it as well. I'm not necessarily getting that here. I'm just getting a smooth, easygoing mouthfeel, very light body, and just like a really tart cherry finish. Yeah, it's a little different than I was expecting, but really, really good. I would totally have this again. So Ray, thank you so much for sending this one to me. To the rest of you, thanks for dropping by the TheAlconauts Tasting Lounge. See you all again real soon. Cheers, my friends.
Again, I'm tired and I need to go home.